project manager and coordinator, Coderina, Lagos, and the entire South.
Okay, so can you give us a brief summary of what is going on here?
Okay, so this is our first Lego League, a tournament that runs every year across Nigeria. So the way it works is we have schools from the federal government schools, and then we also have community schools, and then we have a lot of private schools. So these schools all come together to vie for positions that will qualify them to go for international tournaments. So having over 100 to about 200 schools, we organize what we call regionals. So the regional is to trim down the number of schools based on regions, so that every region is well represented in the tournament. So what we have here right now is the Southern Regional. So all the schools from the Southeast, Southwest, and South-South will come down here to vie for qualifying tickets to the nationals. So maybe top 3 or top 4 will be picked from the Southeast, same thing in the Southwest, and all across like that. So after this one, we're going to have what we call the Northern Regionals, to where we do exactly the same thing we have just done here right now. So first Lego is all about innovation. We want our students to be able to compete with students out there that are having all these things already, resources and exposure. So we are bringing that exposure back to our own students right here.
Okay, like how many schools are taking part in this competition?
Okay, so right now we were expecting about 60 schools to come for the Southern Regionals, but some of them couldn't make it down for one reason or the other, listening to them. So currently we have about 45 schools that are available for this tournament, and the tournament is going, they are having different activities, different challenges, different stages that will enable us rather to pick out the top, the best from each zone that will eventually then qualify to go for the nationals. So it doesn't end here. So all the people that eventually qualify from these regions will converge in Abuja sometime next year, January next year. They will converge in Abuja, which we then call the national finals, no regional element. So this is more like a qualifier. So they will meet in Abuja, and then they will have the same exercise or at a bigger scale to then pick the best hands from Nigeria, not from zones anymore. So in Abuja finals, zones are not considered. We want the best of the best that can go and represent Nigeria outside the shores of the nation.
Okay. What would you say is your impression of, you've seen the demonstrations, yeah. What is your impression? What do you think?
Okay, so my impression, being a referee and a judge, so I get to see this thing firsthand, like I see it in my presence and up close. So I'm very impressed. Not every year you see new innovators, because the way it works is an age bracket competition. So it runs from 9 to 16 years old. So a lot of usually students that come in the next year, they may either cross the age or they may graduate out of the school. So you get to see new sets every year. I've made a lot of friends with them, and I must say the students are very impressive, because I've seen them work and I've seen how dedicated they are. You could believe, you can imagine, some of them were here throughout the night, even till midnight, practicing, and the enthusiasm, the zeal to get this thing done, the passion, it's very commendable, because these children, they love what they do. Actually, this is a tech era, many of our children are tech inclined, so things like this is what they love to do. They are tired of just sitting in class and just listening to theory. This is the practical aspect that they will enjoy, and as you can see, it's not just even for ladies alone or for the guys alone. You can see a lot of female students doing amazing things. So this competition doesn't just favor the guys alone, but even the girls too are part of this, like fully involved, and you can see how passionate they are too. So gender is not an issue here. Everybody's given an equal chance, and the girls are doing as well as the boys are also doing. So from this competition, a lot of students have developed interest, passion for things in tech. I know students that reach out to me and they are appreciating the organization, that they opened my eyes to see what I love, but I didn't know. So I have some that ended up going to study mechatronics, software engineering, because of the experience they had here. So it has kind of given them a new passion, opened their eyes to see the world of innovation, science, and with all these things they are doing, it's generally increase their smartness, their critical thinking, their observation, their research and everything. So First Level League is a very amazing tournament. Over the years, I've helped them to improve, not just personally, but even in their relationship with others, their coding skills, academically, in whatever aspect you can think of. It actually covers that, and it has helped them and improved them in a long time.
Like how many years has this lasted?
So it was better in Nigeria in 2014. Yeah, but it has been existing since the 90s. Yeah, it's an international tournament. We are running in Nigeria. So we started house in Nigeria in 2014, and ever since then, it has been constantly going on year in, year out, year in, year out.
Thank you very much. Can you say your name again?
Okay, so my name is Mr. Daniel.